Hi and welcome. So this is a new video I'm starting for my mom. We're gonna start out with a warm-up, and we're starting out with marching in place. So we'll do this for about 30 seconds. You can just follow along, pretty straightforward. And yeah, so my mom asked me to start doing workout videos for her, and I figured if I'm posting on here, there might be other moms that want it. So yeah, we're gonna be marching in place, and once the 30 seconds are up, we're gonna switch to hip openers. So we're gonna start on our right leg or left, whichever one you prefer, and you're gonna go from the forward and go out and around, and then from there you're gonna bring it back out and forward. So you'll do that and go as slow as you need, kind of hold in your core and work on your balance with that. It's going to help open up your hips. And once our 30 seconds are up for this one, we'll switch to the other leg, whichever one you did not start on. And same thing, up and over, find your balance. That's my cat Hecate. You'll see her a little bit in this video. She likes to pop in while I'm working out. And then after we're done with those, we are going to do what we call good mornings. So it's a little bit like a deadlift if you're someone who works out, but with no weights. So basically you're gonna have your feet hip width apart, hands up by your head. You're gonna hold in your core, put your chin down, and your hips are gonna go back as if you're going to sit in a chair. So this is more hip focused rather than like a squat, which is like you're going down and your knees are going forward over your toes. This one, your knees are gonna pretty much try and stay in place while your hips go back and you keep a straight back. And holding your core, head down, and when you come up, you wanna squeeze your butt muscles, like your glute muscles, but you don't want to overextend it and push forward. You just want to come back to that neutral stance that you started in. Alright, and as we finish those, take a breather, take a sip of water, whatever you need. We're going to start on our first circuit, which will be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Our first exercise is front lunges, so you're going to step forward with one leg, then we're alternating, so you'll step with the other. Make sure that you're stepping in front of your hips rather than both on like the same line, and you want to keep your upper body up straight so we can hit those quads rather than your glutes and hamstrings. And you'll keep going for 20 seconds. And here I lost count. I thought I was doing them for 30 seconds, but really it was supposed to be 20. So you can take your 10-second break now. Alright, and our next exercise is going to be back lunges. So similar to the front lunge, you're just going to step backwards, but you are going to lean your torso forward. You want to make sure that your chin is tucked and that you keep your core tight as if there is a corset around your core. Move slowly, and again, I lost count doing this one because I was thinking of all the things I was going to say. And now you can take your 10-second break because I'm still going. And our next exercise is going to be lateral lunges. So for this one, we'll also be alternating sides. You'll kick your leg out to one side. I started with my right as usual. You want to, with this one as well, lean forward, keep your knee over top of your toe, and your hips will move back. And just switch to each side as you go along. I clearly forgot how quick 20 seconds are. So if you want to take your 10-second break now, perfect timing, or you can keep going along with me. It's totally up to you. As for our next exercise, it's going to be a normal bodyweight squat. So you'll have your feet hip distance apart, toes forward, Put your hands wherever they're comfortable. I kind of do the prayer position, and you'll just go down and up. With this one, your knees will go over your toes, but still act like you're trying to sit down on something. And keep your back straight, core tight, have that corset there, and you're good to go. Alright, I actually did this one for the correct amount of time. So as I finish, you can take your 10-second break and we'll restart the circuit. So we'll go back to our front lunges. And remember everything I told you, keep your torso up. I leaned forward a little bit on that one. And keep going for 20 seconds. Again, you can take your 10-second break now. I was not paying attention to the time, and get ready for your back lunges. Here we go, back lunges, lean forward, hold that core in with your corset, and go at your own pace. You got me all fired up, I'm off the ground, so promise me you'll catch me when I'm coming back down. I'm all fired up, so don't stop now, 'cause honestly I like it that I'm about to black out. So if you Alright, take a breather. I'm still going because I'm not paying attention to the time. I'm so sorry. Third exercise, lateral lunges. Go to the right, and remember not to step out too far as to put yourself off balance, just enough for it to be challenging, but not to hurt your knees, hips, or ankles. Alright, you can take your quick break now while I finish up whatever I'm doing. And now the body weight squats, feet hip distance apart. Alright, take a quick breather, have a drink of water, and get ready for the third and final round of this first circuit. Alright, let's go, front lunges. Okay, take your 10-second breather. Alright, in the back lunges, remember to lean forward slightly, hold in your core, and step straight from your hip. And take your 10-second breather. I'm still going. Now we get ready for our lateral lunges. Alternate each side, lean forward slightly, and keep your knees over your toes. And you can take your 10-second breather. Alright, and your final exercise of this circuit, your body weight squat. Remember, keep your feet hip distance apart, keep your core tight.
Party don't stop.
And now you can take a breather while I finish up my last couple, and I will demonstrate your next circuit. Alright, so just demonstrating, so you don't need to do anything yet. This is going to be an RDL, a Romanian deadlift. So while we did our good mornings earlier, it's the same movement. But this time, if you have weights, please grab them. I only have 30s in my house right now, but 5s or 10s, 15s, perfectly fine. These are probably a little heavy for me right now, but just to show you the movement. So hips going back, keep a straight back and core. Feel that corset on over your center core, and your hands will stop just below your knees. And our second exercise of this circuit is going to be our sumo squat. So wide stance, have your toes pointed outwards. They don't have to be completely sideways, just a natural outwards. And then you will squat down and have your knees follow your toes. Now you don't want to be leaning forward too much, but you also don't want to be arching your back or leaning too far back. So a very neutral position. Alright, now get ready to start this one with me. I'm going to do it without weights because those are pretty heavy. You can have your weights or not, totally up to you. So you're going to push your hips back and you're going to stop just below your knees, kind of like mid-shin. I think I'm going a little too far, but it's sometimes hard to tell when you don't have at least some kind of weight. So I do recommend using at least your 5-pound weights. Alright, you can take a quick breather. Just want to remind you to push your hips back, keep your knees in line with your ankles for the most part, and keep your back straight and your core engaged for each one. Alright, now you can start to get into your wide stance. Keep your toes pointed diagonally out. And when you go down, make sure your knees follow your big toe, kind of like the big middle toe. And you want to feel your inner thighs push out and then wrap up as you pull in, and you'll squeeze your glutes. Again, you're not thrusting forward, you're keeping that neutral position to engage your core and get your glutes fired up. I got better with keeping track this time, so now you can take a quick break with me and follow along, and then we'll get ready to do our RDLs again next. I thought I'd challenge myself, picked up my big weights. I'm gonna see how this feels tomorrow. So we're gonna start our RDLs now. So hips back, stop about mid-shin, keep your core engaged, and flat back. Remember to keep your shoulders down and back so that they're not hiked up towards your ears. Alright, now take a quick breather, have a sip of water, and we'll go back to our sumo squats. Now let's get back into our wide leg stance. Remember, keep your feet and legs at a natural diagonal. You don't want to push it too far. Everyone's diagonal is going to be different based on their own hip flexibility and leg flexibility. I lost track of time again, so now you can take a quick little break and we'll get ready for our final circuit. Okay, so for our final little circuit, we're going to do a fire hydrant combination. So you're going to be on your hands and knees. Make sure you have a flat back, core engaged, knees straight down from your hips, hands right under your shoulders. You're going to pull your knee forward a little bit and then lift it to the side. Lead with your knee rather than your foot. So although it can kind of look like your foot's a little higher, you want to lead with your knee. And we're going to do 8 in total. So I move to the front so you can kind of see. You also want to make sure that your shoulders stay straight. And then we're going to go to the other side right away. And moving again to show you. So it should be 8 in total. Alright, once you get to 8, you're going to go back to the other side. You're going to do the same thing, but you're only going to go up twice. On the second one, you'll hold your leg up, and then you'll straighten it 8 times. Now, if you're not as high as the 90 degrees, that's totally fine. Again, it's all about just someone's flexibility. And you'll do it 8 times, and you'll go back to the other side. And you'll do 2 and hold it. And then straighten your leg 8 times. It's okay if you're a little lower, and it's okay if you're a little higher. You don't want to push it too high if that's not comfortable for you. You still want to keep your shoulders in line. Now you can take a breather for a second, and we're going to do a child's pose to kind of stretch out your hips to help stretch that out between. Alright, we're going to do that just one more time on both sides. And you got this. Alright, on your hands and knees, we're going to start with our right side. Do 8 times with your knee for the fire hydrant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the other side, right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now take a quick second. We're going to go right to the other side. Remember, we just do 1, 2, hold it up there, and then you're going to straighten your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. And then the other side. 1, 2, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your legs are going to be shaking, and that is okay. That is a final burner for a reason. Anyway, that's all for our workout for today. Do a quick stretch if you want to stay with me. Get back in your child's pose. Your knees are going to be a little bit spread out from your hips. Lean forward and stretch all the way forward. Then when you're ready, you can move over to the right or left side and reach your hands as far as you can. And then we're going to switch to the other side. And when you're ready, we're going to sit with our feet in front of us, straight legs. Sit as tall as you can. You're going to cross one leg over and pull the knee and your ankle close to your body while still trying to keep that straight back. You're going to wrap your arm, your opposite arm around the knee and twist back as much as you can. You don't want it to hurt, but you will feel stretch right in that side leg. And then you can switch legs, wrap your arm, and twist. When you're ready, get on up. We're gonna do wide leg stance like we did for our sumo squats. Bend down. You can put your hands on your knees, or if you can go even further, you can put your elbows on your knees. Kind of just wiggle around, see what feels good. And then you can dip your shoulder in, whether your hands are on your knees or one hand is on your elbow. Totally up to what you're capable of. And switch. And that's it. So just shake it out. Thank you for joining me, and I can't wait to have some more with you. If you want some more stretching, I might make a whole stretch video that you can follow along with, so let me know.